Hey guys, how you doing? Chris Bedward here. Going to be talking about my Barlow guitar build that I have going on here. So for starters, Barlow Guitars is a company in Long Island, New York, about an hour's drive away from the boroughs, if you're familiar at all with geography of New York. And he's been working and building guitars for almost 2 years, and I gotta say, wow. So I just want to kind of go through the specs that I have for my build, what's going on with the woods, all those sort of things. So let's start with, I suppose, the headstock. Now, unfortunately, I don't have like a nice lens where I can get a nice wide shot of everything, so I'm going to be moving the guitar around for you guys. But let's start at the headstock here. We have the Barlow logo there. If I turn it around, we have Schaller locking tuners with Cocobolo buttons. The neck itself is Cocobolo completely. It is a beautiful piece. I opted not to have position markers or the dots on the neck itself. I really like the pattern of the neck, and I didn't really want to ruin that with dots, but I do have the dots on the top here. Okay, so the string gauge is 10-46. It's a compound radius. I believe it is 10-16, 24 stainless steel frets. We have this very cool feature here. If you want to get access to the truss rod, I don't know how easy it will be to see in the camera, but there's actually a magnetic cover made of the same material of the neck. You can pop that open and get to the truss rod to make your adjustments. But the thing is with this neck, it's so strong. It's such a solid piece of wood that the neck adjustments, you won't be needing to do them too often. Now the nut is a Tusk XL, which means it's good, as I'm assuming. This is a Koa top, okay, it was pretty sweet when we were choosing the woods and everything. We saw that it had this beautiful pattern here, this beautiful grain right here, and we were both like, no, that has to be on the guitar. That's gorgeous. So we have Koa top. If I'm turn around real quick, black limbo body. Okay, it is just gorgeous. We have Cocobolo knobs. Now what I've been told is that over time the Cocobolo will actually darken a bit to match the coloring of the neck, which is pretty sweet. That's really cool. The reason why I went with these woods, well, first of all, they're exotic woods. Cocobolo might not be available for much longer, unfortunately. But the reason why I chose these woods, I always go sound first. And I find that when I was researching and looking at these different woods, I found that they work together very well to create a very balanced instrument. I play a lot of different styles because of session work that I do, and even my music that I write and have been working on can sometimes cross genres. So it's nice to be able to have a guitar that isn't really pushing out a particular frequency more than the others too harshly or too much. It's good to be able to sit back sometimes. I've played in gospel situations, I've played in R&B situations, I've played in fusion situations, rock situations. So having an instrument that is very balanced, and the weight is really good on this. This isn't too heavy at all. You would think this might, drop it, you kill like a few people, but no, the weight is fairly balanced. I really like it. So let's talk about some of the hardware that's going on, some of the electronics. So what we have here for the pickups are actually Barlow Guitars pickups. He makes his own pickups now, and They're really nice. What I said to him was that I want pickups that are open and honest and don't compress too much. And he knew exactly what I was talking about. He knows, like, I'm a fan of particular guitarists out there, you know, the Guthrie Govens and the Tom Quayles and Martin Millers, etc., etc., etc. So I like my pickups to be kind of really honest with me, so that I can continue to improve myself. What we have going on besides the pickups, we have a 5-way pickup selector. So when we are all the way up, we got full-on neck. Then we got these 2 coils, as I shown in the demo. You go in the middle. I did not want the middle pickup by itself. I don't really use it by itself. That's probably a commonality with a lot of guitars, truthfully. So what I went for was both humbuckers. So that made the most sense to me. And it's been a while since I had a guitar that had, you know, both humbuckers together. I had a PRS that did that. And then it had a push-pull to activate the middle pickup if that's what I wanted. But I really don't use that pickup by itself. Continuing on, I then have these 2 pickups together, and then finally full-on bridge rock. Now I also have these 2 toggle switches here. Now these each are for the neck and bridge to go into series and parallel. When it's up facing me, I'll get really close. If it's up facing me, it's in series. Flipping down, it goes into parallel. Now, what's pretty sweet about that is that I can have the neck in parallel and the bridge full on, or I can have the reverse of that, and I have the bridge in parallel and the neck full on. It, you know, really opens up some nice colorings and palettes there. So as far as the knobs go, we have a volume, 2-tone knobs. One of the big things that I want to talk about is this bridge here. This is the wood tone tremolo bridge. It is one of the coolest bridges I've ever seen. It is like a tank. I've been whammy barring it up, and my guitar does not go out of tune. It's a really nice bridge. I would look into that a lot. Wood tone. Other than that, if we want to turn around and look at the heel here, it's a nice heel. Doesn't get in the way. The neck is nice and contoured, so I can access all 24 frets without feeling, you know, like this, like I gotta squeeze in there. It's there. I can reach it. The other cool thing that I wanted here too was the input jack to be like this. Now you've probably seen this on like some Charvels. The Alex Hutchings guitar has it as well. The reason why I did that is not so much like, oh, I'm gonna pull out my cable if it's the traditional way over here or something like that. It's because the way I sit in a classical style. And with jack here, if I don't have like a right angle cable, and I don't really like right angle cables here, I find that the cable starts to pull and it can start causing buzzing in the cable after some time. I prefer it here because then the plug doesn't get in the way when I'm playing like this in the classical position. It is a beautiful instrument. You've heard the sounds. Hopefully you dig it. I recommend checking out Barlow's page on Facebook, on Instagram, at least for some eye candy, if nothing else. You can always get in touch with him. He has a website as well, which I will leave in my description below. Hopefully you dug the sounds, and you can catch me next time. My name is Chris Bedward. You can find me at my website. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Be sure to say hello to me. Until next time, adios.